What's happening, guys? First heavy session of the new year 2026. Probably going to be warming up to a top single of maybe 315, depending on how I'm feeling. I do a lot of intuitive training because you're not always going to be at peak performance every single day. But the goal is to still try to hit something heavy, something that will provide enough stimulus, okay, to facilitate better strength gains, muscle gains, better neural adaptations. So I'm going to be doing a top single, I don't know, anywhere between 300 to maybe 325, depending on how I'm feeling. And then a couple back down sets, and then I go into a full upper body session. Let's get it. Morning. So if you notice the way I'm warming up, you'd realize that I'm not being slow and all of that with the warm-up. I'm actually deliberately being very explosive. The whole idea is to basically treat even your warm-ups, your sub-max lifts as top sets in a sense, because that way you're able to excite your nervous system. You're able to tell your body that, okay, heavy loads are probably coming, so let's wake up. So if you treat your warm-up sets as like your main set, you're able to activate more muscle. You're able to create more force as you build up to your top sets. So if you notice, they are very explosive. I think I forgot to film 135, but I always start with 135, 185, and then 225, which is what I have on the bar right now. They are very light for me, but I treat them as like a working set, very explosive, very few reps. Like 225, I'm probably going to do 3 reps. Then I'll go to 275 for maybe 1 rep. And based on how 275 feels, then I'll go up to anywhere between 305 to 315. That'll be my top set. And then I'll back down and do 3 sets of something decent, maybe 275 to 285. That's how I'm currently programming for strength gains. And it's been working well so far. So let's crush 225. Let's see how that flies. So 275 did not feel that light, but honestly, it's actually it's very normal considering that last week I hit a 345-pound paused bench. Plus, I did, heavy back-offs and whatnot. So there's definitely some residual fatigue from the previous training session. When you max out like that, it's going to take a while for your nervous system to recuperate and be back to pretty much pressing efficiency. So that's normal. I'm still going to try and hit a single with 315 and see how that goes, and then I'll back down. So yeah. So I ended up doing 2 top singles. I was supposed to do just 315 for one single. Anyways, I was supposed to do 315 for just one set. But I didn't like the way the first set looked as far as like my butt lifting off the bench. So I decided to take it again with better form. The RPE on the second time was probably higher than the first. The first was probably an RPE 8, maybe. And then the second was close to an RPE 8.5 to 9. But that's fine. The goal is just to, clean up the rep, make it more standard as possible, move the bar from point A to point B, make sure the pause is present, and that is it. So now I'm going to be backing down to 285. I'll do 285 for a 3x4. 285 for a 3x4. I'm going to try and make it RP 8 for all sets. Let's see how that looks. So the primary press is complete. Single with 315. Actually, it's a double because I did 2 sets. But single with 315, 3 sets of 4 reps, paused with 285. Now I'm going to do 2 sets of 8 with 225. It's gonna be a low RP, probably like RP 7, which means I could probably get 12 reps or more on the lasting press with 225, but I'll cap it at like 8 reps for 2 sets. This is not supposed to be a max lift. This is just more bodybuilding centered, and at the same time teaching you to really use your upper body muscles without actually using the leg drive. Because when you add the leg drive, if you really know how to use it, it could add anywhere from 15 to 20 kilos to your main bench press. So training in a capacity, in a self-limiting capacity like the lasting press, would actually get your main post bench, your primary press, very, very strong. So let's do 225 for 2 sets of 8, and then we'll do some lat raises and potentially some chin-ups as well. So now that my main lift for the day is done, I'm moving into bodyweight chins. I can probably say that my weakest lift is like chin-ups and pull-ups, because it's just something I've never really trained, I've never really prioritized. But I could probably get anywhere between 10 to 12 reps if I was supposed to go to failure. Some might say that's not weak, but per my standards, I believe that I could be way stronger if I prioritize it. So I'm definitely using the fact that I'm cutting as the best opportunity to, improve my relative strength with chin-ups. So I have a special day which I mainly focus on weighted chins, heavy shoulder presses, the standing military press, and then other accessories like rows and then tricep extensions. I'm going to film that video too this week. But yeah, that's basically how I'm training my upper body right now. I did 3 sets of 7 reps with the bodyweight chin-ups, leaving like 2 reps in the tank, and then I did 3 sets of 20 reps with the incline lateral raises. Catch you guys in the next one. Peace.